Hello, everyone. Andreas here for yet another installment of Record Rants. Sunday evening, Sunday night. I had this weekend off. Just relaxed a lot. Pardon the hair, it's everywhere. Yeah, I just relaxed a lot. It's been very blustery here in Portland past couple of days, so I didn't get out a lot. I did get out today though, and hit a record store, which is always a good thing. I went to, and this is for Dan, Dan vinylfury, to you uninitiated, is also a resident of Portland, and he recently got his, he's over 1,000 subs now, which is awesome. I think Dan's channel is fantastic. His camera is, mwah, what a good camera. Shows his true beauty. I did get to finally meet Dan in person back in late August, which I didn't mention in my last video, that both Dan and myself went and saw Henry and his band Scar the Martyr play, opening up for Danzig, which was unreal. And seeing Henry perform was truly a pleasure. If you do get a chance to see them, they're heading out on tour again, and their Scar the Martyr's debut album drops on Tuesday. It's on the 1st, so pick it up. I'm gonna try to. I know I was talking to Henry a lot. We chatted quite a bit, and he's definitely pushing for vinyl. So that's definitely, I'll be picking it up. I mean, the music maybe isn't something that I'm as into anymore, but it was definitely entertaining. And Henry's voice is really unique. I couldn't really pinpoint it at the time, but I mean, it's almost like that. I mean, I'd hate to say this, Henry, but Mike Patton-esque with your varying singing styles, you know. So you really, you have a really full range. So yeah, got to meet Dan too, and Dan's an awesome dude. Hopefully we can hang out again soon, Dan. But I did go to my favorite store today here in Portland. My favorite store in Portland is where I'm living currently, Portland, Oregon, is Exiled Records on Hawthorne. It's pretty much where all the weirdos, it's the weirdo shop, which is, I mean, we're so fortunate to have such a varying demographic of record stores here in Portland. This is where all the psych, avant-garde, free jazz, just it's like a dream come true. I've discovered so much music because of this store, and that's why it's one of my favorites. Second Avenue is a close second, though. I agree with you on that. But I picked up a few, but I'm only going to show one today, because this was a recommendation from my friend Christian, who lives in Vancouver. This is dark with dark around the edges. This is a reissue, distributed by Light in the Attic, and the label is called Machu Picchu Limited. Came with like a little obi too, right? It's one of the, I'll just read a little blurb here. It's one of the greatest guitar heavy psych records in the world. Originally issued on 50 copies, mostly for friends, family, and labels. Yeah, and it comes with like a 20-page booklet. which I'll whip out real quick. 20-page booklet with lyrics and like a history. And I just listened to this. It is freaking awesome. There's some great for heavy psych. This is like top of the line. Great recording techniques on this. It makes me wish I had a better stereo. Let's just put it that way. It's so good. So thanks, Christian. I know Chris Alvear has this too, but pick this up, kids. Dark around the edges. You can find it through Light in the Attic. Just listen to this as well. Picked up Destruction Unit's Deep Trip on Sacred Bones. I actually just listened to the first side. These guys are amazing. I missed them live a few weeks back. I just wanted to show, like, basically the packaging's, I mean, so cool. I mean, this is the description. It almost reads like instructions for a drill. And then it came with, like, I don't know if you guys can tell what that is. Those of you in the know, you know. But yeah, this is probably, yeah, it's in my top 10 for the year, for releases this year. I met Justin, who plays with these guys down in Arizona. Christian is friends with them. And, yeah, he sent me their first record. And Jay, the guy that played with Jay Retard, is in this band. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but amazing. It's like punk psych, but like kind of like reminds me of bands I used to be in, like where we would just try to just defy the mold, which I totally appreciate. I know you will too. A couple more here. Picked up the new Master Musicians of Bukkake Far West. Basically, they just, they did their trilogy, and to sell you on this, I mean, I know you guys are a lot of big fans of Wicker Man. So the sound of Far West is a progressive folk record inspired by Paul Giovanni's Wicker Man soundtrack, early Canterbury prog folk, and the suspenseful soundtracks of Goblin and Morricone, Jerry Goldsmith's interwoven dark orchestrations, and Pacific Northwest folk rock. So yeah, it's a lot lighter than the trilogy was, but another masterful effort from the master musicians. I can't wait to see these guys live again. Here's another piece that I picked up recently. This is Pinnacle with Assassin. Yeah, or is it the other way around? Anyway, just your typical 70s rock record, really. There are some psych elements, but I picked it up because it had a song called Astral Traveler. And plus that cover's badass. But yeah, it's a really good record. Yeah, really good for like rocking around the house, you know what I mean? When you're sweeping up. And then got this 7-inch. I know Shatner has been putting out records for years, but like I just had to pick it up. I mean, it's not Space Cowboy. I just listened to this too. It's not Space Cowboy like Steve Miller's Space Cowboy. Steve Miller does play on it though, but he does do Spirit in the Sky with Peter Frampton playing spoken word, as only Shatner can do. And this is just a novelty, but I don't know, I had to pick it up. And it's on blue vinyl. Put out by Cleopatra Records. So there you have it, folks. Record Rants number 2. Short and sweet. Do I have anything to rant about this week? I would talk about my job, but I'm actually enjoying my job right now quite a bit. And, yeah. I'm having some problems with my car, though. Didn't pass the DEQ because something with the the emissions test. I mean, it runs fine, but like the computer wasn't reading, so they failed me, which I think is kind of a cop out. Just base everything off the computer and not the actual emissions, you know. So why do I call this record Rants? Anyway, till next time, kids. It's just gonna get bigger. Kisses.